Today on Junk Wax Genius, we're going to go all the way back to the 90s, the 1990s, and we're going to open a rack pack of 1990 Topps and 1990 Sportflicks on Junk Wax Genius, the channel on YouTube where a grown man opens old baseball cards and talks about it. We'll see if it's the magic of the motion or the size of the pack. You only get 3 superstar cards. Is it worth it? Let's find out. On the other side, we get 45 Topps cards. But the trade-off is it's 1990 Topps. So really an exercise of quality versus quantity on today's Junk Wax Genius. Let's get into the 1990 Sportflicks. Please do subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet and you're intrigued. If you're curious about watching a grown man open old baseball cards and then talk about it, this is a good channel to see how that goes. See what that's like in your life. Take that opportunity if you haven't yet. Here's Teddy Higuera. You only get 2 pictures, so the motion is not quite as smooth as if you had 3, but still, you see Teddy Higuera with his delivery. There's Spanky, Mike Lavalier, swinging through. A couple trivia cards. We'll do the wiki in tribute to our friend Rob Opens Wax. Then we find Wade Boggs. Look at that form. Wade Boggs, by the way, very much alive. Don't believe everything you see on Always Sunny. Wade Boggs, very much alive. So there's our magic motion. There's the back of the card, nice full color photo on the back. Most recent season stats there, plus career totals, leaving enough room nicely, as I like, for a little bio information. Cool deal. All right, Wade Boggs, pick of the pack. Let's get into our 1990 Topps rack pack. You got 45 cards plus that All-Star commemorative card for a total. They do the math for you. 46 picture cards. 22 cards in that set. Let's see if we can get a clean rip right down the seam, or not even down the seam, just clean rip. Nope. Botched that one. We're going to start with his bottom cell. It's 1990 Topps, very interesting feature by our friend High Heat Stats. If you haven't seen the video about the chase for the Frank Thomas no name on front card, why that one is so difficult to find and why you're not likely to find it just in the wild. Please check that out if you haven't yet. Very interesting stuff going into not just like the odds of finding that card, but the science behind it, why that card exists, and how easy it is to spot other cards like it that would tell you that the Frank Thomas is in the box. Anyway, Chris Gwynn, Jeff Russell All-Star card. Usually when we get Jeff Russell, there are more Ranger All-Star cards in the cell. Let's find out together. Gary Redus, Alex Sanchez, Future Star, Jason Grimsley, Paul Ossenmacher, Bill Long, Jeff Musselman. I got to believe that hat is airbrushed on his head, at least the logo. A checklist. We don't have time to read all the names. Eric Anthony, Future Star, Felix Jose, Darren Jackson, Lance Johnson, Stan Belinda, Danny Cox, Ryan Sandberg All-Star. We'll take that. Oh, awesome. And our 89 All-Star, our commemorative card, is my PC guy, Will Clark. Fantastic. So we got the Rhino All-Star from the set, and then the insert card, the glossy, see the studio lights glaring overhead, from Will Clark. Fantastic. Second cell, who do we have? Jeff King, Rick Rona, Sean Abner, Tim Cruz, Rob Deere, Dave Martinez, Steve Finley, Sid Bream, Jesse Orozco, Ed Whited, Colson Guerre Templeton, Don Asse, Steve Bushell, John Dobson, and Tony La Russa. Okay. Back when they were still naming video games after the guy. Shout out Tony La Russa's Ultimate Baseball. Just a gem of a game back when you cared if you had a 286, a 386, or a 486. If you know, you know. Mark Knudsen, Todd Worrell, Dan Pasqua, Greg Minton, Luis de los Santos, Jeff Hamilton, Ken Daly, Steve Wilson, Candy Maldonado, Ken Williams, Kurt Manwaring, Doyle Alexander, Doyle Rules, Jay Howell, shout out Basement Card Collector. If you know, you know. Jay Howell, Ken Caminiti, cool, and Fred McGriff. All right, so a couple stars there to kind of bail out the pack. You got Ken Caminiti, Fred McGriff, the Ryan Sandberg All-Star, and Will Clark as our glossy to round it out. So, you know, quality versus quantity. We talked about it at the Open. What are you going to do? It's Junk Wax Genius, the channel on YouTube where we open old baseball cards and talk about it. Please do subscribe to the channel. We'll do 2 more packs. They may not be rack packs, but they will be 2 more packs tomorrow on the channel. Thanks for watching.